All right. Hey,
Hey.
Falcons. Hi, Miss. Oh, hi, Mrs. Scoocha. Good evening, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our first story time event for the one and only Ivan. We're so excited to have you. We are the One Book, One Marcella Committee. I am Mrs. Foster Yankee. I'm a district literacy coach. You guys want to introduce yourselves real quick?
Yes,
Hi, I
that's
am Ms.
oh,
Gonzalez, and I am the RTI interventionist.
hello everyone. I'm Miss Gutierrez, the Marcella librarian.
All right. So a little bit about our project before we get started. This is our brainchild. We came up with this a while ago, the fall of 2019. We were thinking of a way just to boost reading engagement and get kids really excited about reading. So we had the idea to basically do one big book club at Marcella with everyone reading the same book. Um, and then coming together at school to answer questions about it, and then at the end getting a really big, really cool prize. So we hope you guys are enjoying the book. We're so glad that you're joining us tonight. So we're going to give you a little bit more information about the project before we get our special guests here to do our read aloud for tonight. Okay, you ready for the first video, Miss Gutierrez?
Yes, it is coming on.
Oh,
It's
okay.
at a lag,
Sorry.
I think. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. We're learning. Everyone is learning. Okay. I know why. What did I do? I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh.
Sorry. So you can find that video and tons of other cool resources on our One Book, One Marcella website, which is linked through the Marcella website. You want to give them a quick tour, Ms.
Yes,
Gutierrez?
yes, absolutely. Because I'm behind the scenes over here. So this is the One Book, One Marcella website. You can actually find it in the Marcella website. So what you do is you go into Aldine, you find a school, And of course, you're going to pick Marcella Elementary. And this is how you find the Marcella Elementary website. And here on the latest is our One Book, One Marcella synopsis, what we're doing. And it's about our project. And then you're going to click on our website, which is here at the bottom. And it's lagging, so I'm a little bit ahead.
Yeah.
So you're going to find the campus website, which is Marcella. Let's see if it clicked in. Oh, I know why it did it. I know why it did it. I know why. Because
the internet's not our friend tonight.
the internet is so not our friend today. Ta-da! The Marcella Elementary School website. And then here at the bottom has our One Book, One Marcella. And then you click on One Book, One Marcella website. Click. And then here is our One Book, One Marcella. And then the cool thing is that it does have all the videos. Our family literacy survey, which is something that we highly recommend. It's in English and in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can also, up here on the right-hand side, you can find the latest audio of the books in both English, and it's updated daily. And you can listen. So if you're behind on the readings, you can catch up. Most of them are between 5 to about 9 minutes long, so it's not a lot of time. And we have our Spanish version of the readings as well, so you can do this at home. And it's the latest ones. And then we have our About page, which is about us and who we are during our readings. Okay. So I guess we can get started now.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if Mrs. Scuti, I don't know if you're ready for us, but we do have our person who is coming from far, far away to read to us our One Book, One Marcella. And we want to introduce to you to Miss Amelia Edwards.
Yay!
Who is going to be reading to us today, our one and only Ivan. And then we will get a nice Spanish version from Miss Gonzalez.
All right. Good afternoon or good evening, Marcella Falcons. It feels so good to see you guys. And I'm so excited that I got invited to read with you today. I have been really enjoying this book, and I hope that you enjoy this part of the book that I'm going to be reading today. Am I live?
Yes, you are.
Awesome. All right, so let's get this going. Good afternoon or good evening again. I'm so excited. So The One and Only Ivan by Catherine Applegate. So introductions. When I wake the next morning, I see a little trunk poking out between the bars of Stella's domain. Hello, says a small, clear voice. I'm Ruby. She waves her trunk. Hello, I say. I'm Ivan. Are you a monkey? Ruby asks. Certainly not. Bob's ears perk up, although his eyes stay closed. He's a gorilla, he says, and I am a dog of uncertain heritage. Why did the dog climb your tummy? Ruby asks. Because it's there, Bob murmurs. Is Stella awake? I ask. Aunt Stella's asleep, Ruby says. Her foot is hurting, I think. Ruby turns her head. Her eyes are like Stella's, black and long-lashed, bottomless lakes fringed by the tall grass. When is breakfast? She asks. Soon, I say, when the mall opens and the workers come. Where? Ruby twists her head in the other direction. Where are the other elephants? It's just you and Stella, I say, and for some reason, I feel like we have let her down. Are there more of you? I say. I'm sorry, are there more of you? Not, I say, at the moment. Ruby picks up a piece of hay and considers it. Do you have a mom and dad? Well, I used to. Everyone has parents, Bob explains. It's unavoidable. Before the circus, I used to live with my mom and my aunts and my cousins and my sisters, Ruby says. She drops the hay, picks it up, and twirls it. They're dead. I don't know what to say. I'm not really enjoying this conversation, but I can see that Ruby isn't done talking. To be polite, I say, I'm sorry to hear that, Ruby. Humans killed them, she said. Who else? Bob asks, and we all fall silent. Stella and Ruby. All morning, Stella strokes Ruby, pats her, smells her. They flap their ears. They rumble and roar. They sway as if they're dancing. Ruby clings to Stella's tail. She slips under Stella's belly. Sometimes they just lean into each other, their trunks twirled together like jungle vines. Stella looks so happy. It's more fun to watch than any nature show I've seen on TV. Home of the one and only Ivan. George and Mac are out by the highway. I can see them through one of my windows. They're next to each other on tall wooden ladders, leaning against the billboard that tells the cars to stop and visit the one and only Ivan, mighty Silverback. George has a bucket and a long-handled broom. Mac has pieces of paper. He slaps one up against the billboard. George dips the broom into the bucket. He wets the paper with the liquid from the bucket, and somehow the paper stays in place. They put up many pieces of paper before they are done. When they climb down from the ladders, I see that they've added a picture of a little elephant to the billboard. That elephant has a lopsided smile. She's wearing a red hat, and her hair and her tail curls like a pig. She doesn't look like Ruby. She doesn't even look like an elephant. I've only known Ruby one day, and I could have drawn her better. Art lesson. Ruby asks a lot of questions. She says, Ivan, why is your tummy so big? And have you ever seen a green giraffe? And can you get me one of those pink clouds that the humans are eating? When Ruby asks, what is that on your wall? I explain that it's a jungle. She says the flowers have no scent, and the waterfall has no water, and the trees have no roots. I am aware of that, I say. It's art, a picture made with paint. Do you know how to make art? Ruby asks. Yes, I do, I say, and I puff up my chest just a little. I've always been an artist. I love drawing. Why do you love it? Ruby asks. I pause. I've never talked to anyone about this before. When I'm drawing a picture, I feel quiet inside. Ruby frowns. Quiet is boring. Not always. Ruby scratches the back of her neck with her trunk. What do you draw, anyway? Well, bananas mostly. Things in my domain. My drawings sell at the gift store for $25 a piece with a frame. What's a frame? Ruby asks. What's $1? What's a gift store? I close my eyes. I'm a little sleepy, Ruby. Have you ever driven a truck? Ruby asks. I don't answer. Ivan, Ruby asks, can Bob fly? A memory flashes past, surprising me. I think of my father, snoring peacefully under the sun while I try every trick I know to wake him. Perhaps, I realize, he wasn't really such a loud sleeper, a sound sleeper, after all. And treat. How's that foot, old girl? George asks Stella. Stella pokes her trunk between the bars. She inspects George's right shirt pocket for the treat he brings her every night without fail. George doesn't always bring me treats. Stella's his favorite, and I don't mind. She's my favorite too. Stella sees that George's pocket is empty. She gives George a frustrated nudge with her trunk, and Julia giggles. Stella moves to George's left pocket and discovers a carrot. Nimbly, she removes it. Mac walks past. Toilet's plugged up in the men's bathroom, he says. Whew, big miss. I'll take care of it, George sighs. Mac turns to leave. Before you go, Mac, George says, you might want to take a look at Stella's foot. I think it's infected again. Darn thing never does heal up right. Mac rubs his eyes. I'll keep an eye on it. Money's tight, though. Can't be calling the vet every time she sneezes. George strokes Stella's trunk. She inspects his pocket one more time, just in case. Sorry, girl, George says as he watches Mac walk away. Thank you for letting me read to you tonight.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we're super excited.
That was fun.
That was an incredible read. I didn't want it to end. That was so good.
Awesome.
Well, we still want you to stay tuned, boys and girls, because we have our password, which is the one we are going to use that you put on the bottom of your flyer. And then you give that to your teacher in the mornings, and they are going to give it to us. And then we're going to give out points for the most
flyers with the right answer.
Flyers with the most answer, yes. All right, Miss Edwards. Well, we hate to let you go, but we need to see Miss Gonzalez, who's going to read our Spanish version to us.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. Good night, Falcons. Keep reading and keep soaring.
Thank you, Miss Edwards.
All right. Did we show the magic word yet? The password?
Here it comes.
All right. Make sure you write on that flyer.
Absolutely. Ooh, fix mine. All right, Miss Gonzalez, are you ready? Okay.
Yes. Hola a todos. Yo voy a leer los mismos capítulos que Miss Edwards leyó, pero los voy a leer ahora en español. Voy a empezar con la página 93, con el capítulo que se llama Presentaciones. Cuando me despierto a la mañana siguiente, veo una trompita que se asoma por entre los barrotes de los dominios de Stella. Hola, dice una vocecita nítida. Me llamo Rubí, y saluda con la trompa. Hola, contesto. Yo soy Iván. ¿Eres un mono? Pregunta ella. De ninguna manera. Bob levanta las orejas aunque mantiene los ojos cerrados. Es un gorila, aclara. Y yo soy un perro, de ancestro incierto. ¿Por qué se trepó el perro a tu panza? Pregunta Rubí. Porque me la encontré allí, murmura Bob. ¿Stella ya despertó? Pregunto. La tía Stella está dormida, dice. Me parece que le duele la pata. Rubí vuelve la cabeza. Sus ojos son como los de Stella, negros y de largas pestañas, como los dos lagos muy profundos bordeados de hierba alta. ¿Y el desayuno? Pronto, digo, cuando el centro comercial se abra y los empleados lleguen. ¿Y dónde? Rubí se voltea a la otra dirección. Están los demás elefantes. Son solo Stella y tú, digo, y por alguna razón siento que acabo de defraudarla. ¿Y hay más como tú? No, respondo, por el momento. Rubí levanta un poco de heno y lo examina. ¿Tienes papá y mamá? Sí, en otros tiempos. Todo el mundo tiene papás, aclara Bob. Es inevitable. Antes del circo, yo vivía con mi mamá y mis tías y mis hermanas y mis primas, explica Rubí. Deja caer el manojo de heno, lo levanta de nuevo y lo hace girar. Están muertas. No sé qué decir. No estoy disfrutando esta conversación, a decir verdad, pero me doy cuenta de que Rubí no ha terminado con lo que quiere decir. Por cortesía digo, lo lamento mucho, Rubí. Los humanos los mataron, continúa. ¿Quién más? Pregunta Bob. Y quedamos todos en silencio. Stella y Rubí. Stella se pasa toda la mañana acariciando a Rubí, dándole golpecitos cariñosos, olfateándola. Ambas se abanican con las orejas, sueltan ruidos como gruñidos y rugidos. Se mecen juntas como si estuvieran bailando. Rubí se agarra de la cola de Stella. Se desliza bajo su panza. A ratos, nada más se apoyan una contra otra, con las trompas entrecruzadas como lianas en la selva. Stella se ve tan feliz. Verlas es mejor que cualquier programa de la naturaleza que haya en la televisión. Hogar del único e incomparable Iván. George y Mac están en la autopista. Puedo verlos por una de mis ventanas. Están uno junto al otro, cada cual en una escalera de madera apoyada contra el anuncio que invita a detenerse para visitar a Iván, el único e incomparable, el único sin par, el poderoso gorila espalda plateada. George tiene una cubeta y un cepillo de palo muy largo. Mac tiene pliegos de papel. Sostiene uno sobre el anuncio. George mete el cepillo en la cubeta y moja el papel con un líquido que contiene. De alguna manera, así consigue que el papel se quede en su lugar. Pegan muchos pliegos de papel antes de terminar. Cuando se bajan de la escalera, veo que han agregado un dibujo de una pequeña elefanta al anuncio. La elefantita tiene la sonrisa torcida, lleva un sombrero rojo y su cola se curva en espiral como la de un cerdo. No se parece a Rubí. Ni siquiera se parece a un elefante. Apenas llevo un día de conocer a Rubí y hubiera podido dibujarla mejor. Lecciones de arte. Rubí hace muchas preguntas. ¿Por qué tienes la panza tan grande, Iván? ¿Y alguna vez has visto una jirafa verde? ¿Y podrías conseguirme una de esas nubes rosas que están comiendo esos humanos? Cuando pregunta, ¿por qué es eso que hay en tu pared? Le explico que es una selva. Ella dice que las flores no huelen y que la cascada no tiene agua y que los árboles no tienen raíces. Eso ya lo sé, le aclaro. Es arte. Un dibujo hecho con pintura. ¿Y tú sabes hacer arte? Pregunta ella. Sí, sí sé, respondo. E hincho el pecho tan solo un poco. Siempre he sido un artista. Me encanta pintar. ¿Por qué te encanta? Hago una pausa. Nunca antes he hablado con nadie de esto. Cuando estoy pintando siento calma dentro de mí. Rubí frunce el entrecejo. La calma aburre. No siempre. Rubí se rasca la nuca con su trompa. ¿Y qué es lo que pintas? Plátanos, más que nada. Cosas que encuentro en mis dominios. Mis cuadros se venden en la tienda de regalos a $25 con marco. ¿Qué es un marco? Pregunta Rubí. ¿Qué es $1? ¿Qué es una tienda de regalos? Cierro los ojos. Tengo algo de sueño, ¿sabes, Rubí? ¿Alguna vez has conducido un camión? No respondo. Iván, pregunta ella. ¿Bob puede volar? Un recuerdo me devuelve rápidamente al pasado y me sorprende. Pienso en mi padre, roncando tranquilamente al sol mientras yo trataba de despertarlo con todos los trucos que se me ocurrían. Me doy cuenta de que quizá no dormía tan profundamente. Una golosina. Este es el último capítulo, en la página 102. ¿Cómo va esa pata, mi niña? Le pregunta George a Stella. Stella saca la trompa por entre los barrotes, inspeccionando el bolsillo derecho de la camisa de George en busca de la golosina que le trae sin falta noche tras noche. A mí no siempre me traen golosinas. Stella es su preferida, pero eso me tiene sin cuidado, pues también es mi preferida. Stella se da cuenta de que el bolsillo está vacío. Le da a George un golpecito con la trompa, que expresa su frustración, y Julia suelta una risita. Stella sigue al bolsillo izquierdo de George y ahí descubre una zanahoria. Rápidamente la extrae. Mac pasa por allí. El inodoro del baño de hombres está tapado, dice. Un asco. Yo me encargo, suspira George. Mac se da la vuelta para irse. Antes de que te vayas, Mac, le dice George, sería bueno que vieras la pata de Stella. Me parece que está infectada nuevamente. Esa maldita pata nunca se cura del todo. Mac se restriega los ojos. Me ocuparé de eso. Aunque estamos cortos de dinero, no puedo andar llamando al veterinario cada vez que Stella estornuda. George le acaricia la trompa a Stella. Ella busca en sus bolsillos otra vez, pero por si hubiera algo más. Lo siento, pequeña, dice George, y mira alejarse a Mac. Y ese es el final de nuestro capítulo del día de hoy.
That was awesome. Thank you, Miss Gonzalez.
You're welcome.
All right.
So remember, boys and girls, that our password is carrot. Make sure that you're writing that down on your piece of paper so that you can tell your teacher and you can get points for your for listening to our story time today.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us. We hope that you enjoyed the read aloud, that you're reading every night with your family. And remember, we have those Trivia Tuesdays coming up. The next one is next Tuesday. So read, read, and your class could win a great prize.
Absolutely. All right, boys and girls. Have a good night. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.